After 60, do this every morning to add 10 plus years to your life. 6 simple habits for longevity. Hello, my friend. Whether you're beginning your morning, preparing a meal, taking a walk, or settling in for the evening, I want to welcome you into this quiet, safe space. This isn't a place for noise, for news, or for performance. It's a place for presence, for stillness, for being. My name is Marcus Smart, and I'm 67 years old. Over the past few years, I've learned more from slowing down than I ever did while racing through life. And today, I'd like to gently offer you 10 life lessons, simple truths I've come to understand deeply since turning 65. These aren't grand philosophies or perfect advice, just soft realizations earned not from reading, but from living. Take a deep breath with me, in and out. You don't have to fix anything right now. You're just here, and that's enough. Let's begin. Have you ever woken up in the morning, sat on the edge of your bed, and just felt tired? Not just physically tired, but that kind of deep, lingering weariness where even lifting yourself into the day feels like a small mountain to climb? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. A lot of us, especially after 60, notice that mornings just don't feel the same anymore. The energy isn't quite there. Our joints are stiffer, and sometimes it feels like the day is already a little behind before we've even begun. But here's the good news. The way you start your morning has a massive impact on how you feel, not just today, but for the next 10, 20, even 30 years. The little things you do in the first hour after waking up can either drain your vitality or build it. And the best part? These are simple things. You don't need to overhaul your entire life. You just need to make a few meaningful changes to your morning routine. That's it. This isn't about chasing youth. It's about honoring your age while still protecting your independence, your strength, your mind, and yes, adding more quality years to your life. So today, I want to share with you 6 powerful morning habits that are especially helpful after 60. These aren't gimmicks or extreme health fads. These are real, practical habits you can start tomorrow morning, and they may just help you feel younger, sharper, and stronger than you have in years. Let's start with something simple. It may sound too basic to matter, but trust me, it sets the tone for your entire day. Drink water, first thing. Before coffee, before breakfast, just a glass of water. Why? Because your body wakes up dehydrated. Think about it. You've just gone 7 or 8 hours, maybe more, without drinking anything. And yet, your brain, your muscles, your joints, even your heart, they all depend on hydration to function properly. When you start your morning with water, ideally a full glass, room temperature or slightly warm, you're telling your body, I'm awake, I'm refreshed, and I'm ready. It helps flush out toxins, jumpstart digestion, and even improve mental clarity. Some people like to squeeze in a bit of lemon or add a pinch of sea salt for trace minerals, and that's great if it works for you. But even plain water right away is one of the simplest things you can do to give your body a fresh start. Speaking of fresh starts, here's another habit that can truly change the way your entire day unfolds. Stretching. Not a full workout, not a yoga class, just gentle, intentional stretching for 5 to 10 minutes right after you wake up. Your muscles have been still for hours, your joints haven't moved, and your circulation is slower. A short stretching session in the morning helps your blood flow, reduces stiffness, and gets your body moving with ease. You don't need to be flexible or athletic. It can be as simple as lifting your arms above your head, rolling your shoulders, doing a light forward bend to loosen your back and legs. Even just standing tall and slowly twisting your torso side to side can do wonders. The key is to move with intention. This kind of movement isn't just physical, it signals to your brain, "We're ready, let's go." You may even notice fewer aches throughout the day and improved balance, which is a huge win as we age. Now, once your body is a little more awake, here's something that might surprise you. Get outside. Yes, even if it's just for a few minutes. Step out on your porch, your balcony, your backyard, anywhere you can catch a little fresh air and, more importantly, sunlight. Morning sunlight is incredibly important for regulating your circadian rhythm, your internal body clock. And that rhythm affects your sleep, your energy levels, your hormones, even your mood. When you expose your eyes and skin to natural light first thing in the morning, your body gets the signal that it's daytime. That helps you feel more alert now and sleep better later. It also supports vitamin D production, which is critical for bone health, immune strength, and mental well-being. Just 5 to 15 minutes of sunlight in the morning can give you a noticeable lift in both mood and energy. And if you can pair that sunlight with a slow walk or just some gentle movement, maybe walking your dog or watering your plants, you're doubling the benefits. It doesn't have to be fast or strenuous. It's more about rhythm than intensity. You're waking up your system in a calm, steady way. You're telling your body, this is a good day to be alive. These 3 simple habits, hydrating, stretching, and getting sunlight, can work together like a morning trio that builds the foundation of your health. They may seem small, almost too easy to matter, but they're not. These are habits with ripple effects. You may notice better digestion, more consistent energy, fewer mood dips, even less pain in your knees or lower back. And most importantly, they give you a sense of control. That's something we don't talk about enough after 60. The world wants to tell us that aging means giving up control, that you just have to accept the aches and the slowdowns and the forgetfulness. But you don't. You have more power than you think, and it starts with the choices you make. Each morning. These choices send a message, not just to your body, but to your entire sense of self. They say, I care about my future. They say, I am not done yet. They say, I am still in charge of how I live. So, let's keep building on that momentum. Now that you've had your glass of water, moved your body a little, and stepped outside for a dose of fresh air and sunlight, your day is already off to a great start. And while those habits might feel like small wins, they're actually setting a powerful tone, one of intention, energy, and care. That's the magic of morning rituals. They're not about being perfect. They're about choosing yourself first thing. And that brings me to another habit that may surprise you: quiet time. I'm not talking about scrolling through your phone or turning on the TV as background noise. I mean real quiet. Just a few minutes of stillness to sit, breathe, and check in with yourself. For some people, it looks like meditation. For others, it's prayer, journaling, or simply sitting by the window with a warm drink, letting your thoughts settle. Why does this matter for longevity? Because stress is one of the most silent, sneaky ways that aging speeds up. Chronic stress impacts your immune system, your heart, your memory, almost every part of your body. And the truth is, many of us carry stress around like an old coat we forgot we were wearing. It becomes normal, expected, but it doesn't have to be. Even 5 minutes of intentional quiet each morning can reduce cortisol levels, help regulate your blood pressure, and shift your mindset from reactive to peaceful. You don't have to empty your mind or get it perfect. Just allow yourself a few calm moments to be. You might find clarity on something that's been bothering you. Or maybe you'll simply feel more grounded, like you're starting your day with a solid foundation beneath your feet. This is your time before the phone rings, before the errands begin, before the day gets noisy. And protecting it is one of the kindest things you can do for yourself. If you like structure, try placing a small notebook next to your chair and jotting down 3 things. One thing you're grateful for, one thing you want to focus on today, and one thing you're looking forward to. That's it. Simple, but deeply powerful. Now, once your mind and body have had a gentle wake up, let's talk about something we often overlook: nourishment. And I'm not just talking about eating breakfast. I'm talking about the right kind of breakfast for someone over 60 who wants more energy, stronger bones, and a sharper brain. Because the truth is, what worked for us 30 years ago doesn't always work now. Our bodies change, and our needs change. One of the biggest mistakes people make in the morning is reaching for something quick and sweet: cereal, toast with jam, maybe a muffin, or a glass of juice. It might feel comforting, but it causes a spike in blood sugar followed by a crash. And that crash can lead to sluggishness, brain fog, and cravings later on. Instead, your body wants stability. It wants protein, fiber, and healthy fats to start the day right. Imagine a breakfast like this: a bowl of warm oatmeal with chia seeds, a handful of berries, and a spoonful of almond butter. Or a couple of boiled eggs with avocado and a slice of whole grain toast. Or even a small smoothie with spinach, Greek yogurt, frozen banana, and flaxseed. These are not diet foods, they're fuel. They give your body what it needs to move, think, and feel strong without crashing mid-morning. And for those who say, "I'm just not hungry in the morning," I hear you. But try this. Start small. Half a banana with a spoon of peanut butter, a few almonds, and a cup of tea. Once your body gets used to eating something nutritious early in the day, your hunger will come back, and so will your energy. Food in the morning is about more than calories. It's about reminding your body that it's safe, supported, and worth taking care of. It's about setting up your metabolism to function better throughout the day. And it's about feeding your cells what they need to repair, to protect, and to thrive. You deserve that kind of nourishment every single day. And while we're on the topic of nourishment, let's not forget movement. I know we already talked about stretching earlier, but there's something different and equally important about intentional morning movement. I'm talking about short, low-impact activity that gets your heart rate up just a little. It doesn't have to be a full workout or trip to the gym. In fact, it could be as simple as marching in place while you wait for your coffee to brew, or walking slowly around your home for 5 minutes. Even dancing gently to your favorite music in the kitchen while preparing breakfast. This kind of movement isn't about burning calories. It's about circulation. It's about signaling to your muscles, "We're still using you. Stay strong." It's about preserving joint health, balance, and coordination. And most importantly, it's about preserving your independence. More consistently you move in the morning, the more likely you are to stay mobile later in life. Think of it like brushing your teeth, not a chore, but a daily act of maintenance. It protects what matters most. And if the weather's nice, take that walk outside. Let your feet feel the ground. Notice the trees. Breathe in deeply. Movement becomes more powerful when it's paired with pleasure. When it's something you look forward to, not something you have to check off a list. Because after 60, longevity isn't just about living longer. It's about living better. With purpose, with grace, with joy. You don't need to start everything at once. You don't need to be perfect. All it takes is choosing one thing, one small shift in your morning, and letting that choice support you day after day. You'll be amazed at what that kind of consistency can do over time. Now that your body is moving, your mind is calm, and you've nourished yourself with something that actually supports your health, not just fills your stomach. There's one more habit I want to share. It might not be the first thing you think of when it comes to longevity, but trust me, it's just as important as water, food, or movement, and that's connection. Emotional, human connection. Now, you might be thinking, what does this have to do with a morning routine? But here's the thing, how you feel emotionally in the morning often determines how you show up for the rest of your day. A quick moment of connection, even a small one, can completely shift your mood, your motivation, and your sense of belonging. For some people, this might be a brief call or voice message to a loved one. For others, it's writing a little note to your spouse or leaving a kind comment on someone's photo or video. Maybe it's even greeting your neighbor with a smile while checking the mail, or saying a few kind words to the barista at your local cafe. These small gestures might seem insignificant, but over time, they build emotional resilience, and yes, even physical health. Studies have shown that social isolation and loneliness can be just as harmful to your health as smoking or obesity. But the opposite is also true. When you feel connected, appreciated, and engaged with the world even in small, quiet ways, your body produces hormones that support healing, lower blood pressure, and reduce inflammation. Your immune system strengthens. Your brain functions better. Your heart beats a little more peacefully. So if you live alone or you don't have a big social circle, that's okay. Start with something simple. Send one kind message every morning. Just one. It could be a thank you text, a quick thinking of you, or even a short journal entry where you reflect on someone who's made a difference in your life. That emotional warmth isn't just good for the person receiving it, it's healing for you too. Now, let's pull this all together for a moment. Imagine a morning that begins with water and intention. Your body moves gently. You breathe deeply. You nourish yourself with real food. You open your heart to calm and kindness. And then you make one small connection with someone or with yourself that reminds you that you matter. That kind of morning doesn't just happen. It's created by you, intentionally. And when you string together enough of those mornings, something amazing starts to happen. Your body feels better. Your mind becomes clearer. You begin to move through your day with a little more grace, a little more strength, and a lot more hope. And here's what I want you to remember. This isn't about being perfect. This isn't about doing all 6 habits every day without fail. Life happens. Some mornings are harder than others. There will be days when you forget or skip a step or feel off. That's okay. You're human. The goal isn't perfection. It's consistency. It's about choosing yourself again and again, even when you're tired, even when the world feels heavy, even when it feels easier to just stay in bed and go through the motions. Because every time you choose one of these simple morning habits, you're telling your body, your mind, and your spirit, I still matter. My life still matters. I'm still showing up for it. And isn't that what longevity really means? It's not just living longer for the sake of adding more years. It's about making the years you do have feel full, rich, meaningful, and alive. It's about being able to walk without pain, think clearly, laugh easily, love deeply, to not just exist, but to thrive. You have more power than you think. No matter your age, no matter your past, every new morning gives you a fresh canvas. And with just a few gentle brushstrokes, water, movement, nourishment, stillness, connection, you create something beautiful, something lasting. So let me ask you now, what will your morning look like tomorrow? Will you pour that glass of water before anything else? Will you stretch your arms, breathe deeply, and let the sunlight hit your face for a few peaceful moments? Will you choose eggs over sugar? A smile over silence? A gentle word to someone you love? You don't have to do it all. You just have to start with one habit, the one that feels the easiest or the most joyful or the most needed. Build from there and trust that every small choice you make is building towards something much bigger than a routine. You're building the next chapter of your life with strength, with purpose, and with care. And if this video helped you feel even just a little more hopeful, a little more energized, or a little more seen, I'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What's one morning habit that's helped you feel better lately? Or maybe there's one you're going to try starting tomorrow. Let's learn from each other. If you enjoyed this, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We've got more coming your way, more tips, more inspiration, more real talk for living well after 60. And just remember, aging isn't something to fear. It's something to embrace with wisdom, with intention, and with pride. You've come this far for a reason. The best days can still be ahead. Here's to strong mornings and even stronger years to come.